very effective and important tips to crack any competitive exams. Clearing exams that deals with multiple choice questions is an art, and to get a seat in entrance examinations, you have to be a master in it. Tip number 1. If while dealing with the question, your logic says something and your knowledge says something else, in this confusion always follow your knowledge. When guessing, do not change answers. A research indicates that your first answer is usually the correct one. However, don't be afraid to change answers when you have a good reason for doing so. Allow time at the end to check for carelessness and silly mistakes. Tip number 2. Give max time to the easiest question. If the first option is a correct one, look all the options to make sure it is not an all of the above option. The same is true for the none of the above option. Tip number 3. Read every option thoroughly, even if you are more than 100% sure about the first option, because sometimes questions may be very tricky. Tip number 4. Try exclusion mechanisms in case of confusion. Questions which creates confusion can be answered at the last, thereby avoiding wastage of time. Tip number 5. If you don't know anything about the question or the options, leave the question. Tip number 6. Always try to imagine the topic in the book or article where you have prepared. After reading the question, cover the answers with your hand and now try to answer it. Tip number 7. Always use true or false method in case of negatively worded question, as in which of the following are not, or the questions having all except. Put a T or F beside each option, then simply select the odd statement. Tip number 8. Before marking the option, ask yourself reason to mark it right, or does it make any sense or not? Tip number 9. Try to attempt maximum questions. A most important tip is, manage the time. Things you should not do in the competitive exam are: 1. Don't worry about the level of competition, because the competition or number of people appearing for the exam has nothing to do with the score you wish to achieve. The ladder of success is crowded at the bottom and not at the top. 2. Don't rely on too many ideas or suggestion you get from others. You try to figure out your own idea and sketch of how to prepare and succeed. 3. Don't bunk your regular classes or school in order to prepare for the competitive exam, because remember that a busy person can handle extra work but not the free person. Thank you and best of luck for your career.